Hi guys, so Vlogmas Day 31. It's the last day and my last YouTube pagan challenge. So I'm putting a bunch of these together. And for the letter S, I'm going to do solitary. So as of right now, there's not many people I know that share my exact beliefs. And I'm kind of in a position where I can't join a group or whatever. And, I kind of always like doing my own thing because I've always been kind of shy and introverted and everything. And being solitary kind of just allows me to shape my path at my own pace. Now, there's nothing wrong with people who want to be in covens or groups or whatnot. And maybe one day I will get to that as well. But just as of right now, I think it's better for me to work alone so I can work at my own pace. And as the picture here says, you're never truly alone. Spirits are always with you. Next up for T, I have Trinity. So the funny thing about Trinities is that they come in a lot of different religions. So here we have the triple goddess, which is the maiden, mother, and crone, seen in a couple of religions, most often in Wicca. We also have the Trinity of Hinduism, which is Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. And their wives, which are Parvati, Lakshmi, and Sarasvati. Then, of course, probably one of the most famous in at least the modern world, I would say, is the Christian Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The Son, Jesus, being basically a big or the main focus. And it's just interesting how this concept has, stayed and has continued throughout beliefs. This is a thing that I had grown up with and something that still kind of sticks with me, even though it's not always the biggest part. And then we have Osiris, Iris, and Horus, basically the Holy Trinity of the Egyptian religion, more modernly for many people called Kemeticism, or Kemetic, religion. Then next up for the letter U, I have unity. So I think it's something that we are sometimes lacking, especially in the pagan community, because everyone on every side always wants to, you're not doing this right, this is not accurate, you're a fluffy bunny, you're dark, you're whatever side you're on. And it's just kind of BS. There are things that I don't condone, but, I'm not here to say that somebody who doesn't practice exactly like me is wrong. I think, unless somebody's really out to harm someone, that, we need to be respectful of how people do things. And, yeah, there's just too much drama sometimes. And just not enough coming together. I mean, we talk about other religions and being against us, but, we gotta start with ourselves. Then next up, just for fun, because I needed a V, is Venus, Roman goddess of love and beauty. Love, beauty, fertility, prosperity, all that good stuff. Originally naked chick on a clam, but I thought I'd be a little bit more PG-13 here. Haha. Next up is W for Wicca. So when I started leaving my original faith and started to explore, Wicca was one of the first things that I found that interested me. It had a god and a goddess. It had respect for nature. But the thing is, sometimes I wonder, and it's, not just because some people are smartasses on YouTube or whatever and want to tell people what they can and can't do and want to define something just solely as they see it. But Wicca is a dual theistic religion. And I guess that depends on how you see that dual theism. For me, I am a monotheist. However, I do like the fact that God in this religion, or the gods, are seen in both the male and female aspect. However, sometimes I feel it's a little too gendered. Also, I'm not against the whole thing of cursing or whatever if it truly needs to be done, but I'm not into this thing about doing it for selfish benefits, which I will get into in just a moment. But yeah, sometimes because a little too gendered for me. The book I read started out that God started out as female and created a male half, whereas I believe God is truly beyond all that stuff, but we just put faces on it. If that makes any kind of sense. I like the setup of Wicca, though. And, a lot of things I do, or I believe, seem to be kind of going towards that way, or a neo-Wiccan practice, but I just don't know if I can actually call myself one. Just because like I said, I like that balance and everything, but I can't do everything that's completely Wiccan. Then getting to what I was saying for X is going to be the things that I X out of my path. So, things that I X out of my path is cursing for selfish reasons. Things like, I want this person to be in love with me or whatever. That is something totally against my path. I believe not messing with free will. I don't believe in religion bashing unless you're like some weird cult or something that harms people. But I just don't see the point in solely bashing like Christians and everything, when there are other religions too that wouldn't like you and would do harm to you, but because they are the majority, I guess they take a big hit. So yeah, all that kind of stuff. The feminazi stuff, no offense to people, but sometimes it gets a lot out of hand. Next up is yin yang. So yin yang symbol is, it's a symbol in Chinese philosophy that stands for the opposites, like the opposite forces of nature: good, bad, dark, light, cold, warm, obviously those things can be mixed in with each other. And the thing about it is it also symbolizes those things within each other. Such as people can use things that are normally good for very evil purposes. There are also things that can be considered bad that you must do for the sake of good. The symbol, as you can see here, can take on different forms that people do with it. So, yang is the male form, and it is the sun, light, fire, and is, did I say the male part? Yes, it's the male part. And so yin is the female side, and it is considered a passive water, the darker element. And so these two are supposed to balance each other out. And another thing I want to bring up is It's yin yang. Not ying, it's Y-I-N. That kind of drives me nuts. Then moving on to letter Z is Zodiac. Why? Because Zodiacs are fun, and I'm a Sagittarius, so see you guys later. Bye-bye.